Hey everyone, welcome back to my series on the best gaming and office chairs for women. I'm Lindsay. I'm back here from CG Mag to talk to you about more gaming and office chairs that are going to be great for the typical female body type. Now, of course, not all women are built the same, but there are certain things that a lot of us have to consider when we are purchasing things that fit our bodies. So many of us tend to be shorter, we tend to have wider hips, sometimes thicker thighs, and there are certain things that we all have to think about when we are making purchases for things for our bodies. So I'm about 5'4", 140 pounds, I wear a size 28 waist, and I'm hoping that I can be a suitable avatar for you to help you kind of try before you buy the best you can with all of these gaming and office chairs. So I'm here today with the new chair from Razer. So if you know gaming gear, you know about Razer, you know about their keyboards, maybe you have a mouse, maybe you have their headset. They're definitely known for that, and this is their first chair joining the competitive world of gaming chairs. It's called the Iskur, and that's what I'm sitting in today. So this is actually the new black colorway. By the time you see this, it should have launched, and it is all black. The first launch had details in bright green, their signature neon green. That kind of goes with all their other neon green stuff, but this one is kind of the more sleeker, the more subtle one, if that's more for you. That's what I'm sitting in. It's gorgeous. That's probably what you'll notice right away. And I want to talk about all of its features, what makes it different from other gaming chairs and why I like it, and what things I maybe don't love about it. So I don't want to do the disservice of comparing this chair one-to-one to Secret Lab, but it is really important to talk about how it compares to Secret Lab because it's very obvious that it is trying to get into that same market. So here's why. The Secret Lab chairs, which you can go back and watch my review where I actually compare the Titan and the Omega and tell you which one I like and why. The Omega chair would be the small, the Titan would be the large, and this chair, the Iskur, is the medium, and it calls itself a medium on its website, and it, for height, weight, and the size of the chair itself, actually sits right between those two. So this chair is recommended for people from 5'6" to 6'2". As you can see, I'm sitting in it comfortably. I'm 5'4", I'm very comfortable. I'm shorter than it says. And again, if you watch my video on the Titan, you'll know that I actually sit comfortably in the Titan chair, which is recommended for people even taller. Again, it's the large. And I have no issues with the height on this chair. I'm not all the way at the lowest, and it fits. It's not encroaching and coming up behind my knees or anything like that, and I'm definitely not swimming in the base. So I think that it's totally fine for people that are shorter, if that's something that you're wondering. What I did note in my review of the Titan is that at 5'4", the Titan was like just short enough for me, that if you were any shorter, you probably need a footrest or something like that. So if you're shorter and you really want to go gaming chair, you're gonna like this one a little bit better. So that would be kind of my height and weight comparison that I would want you to think about when you're looking at this chair. What you'll notice that it has similar to the Omega is that it has the size on the seat. So the seat, first off, is a super dense, high density foam, and it's actually very comfortable. And I think that because of the foam in this seat, it might be why I'm less bothered by the sides on this chair. Again, if you watched my Secret Lab review, you know that I did not love these sides because I did find them to be a little bit restrictive for my hips, and it made it more difficult for me to sit with my legs up. With respect to sitting with your legs up, same issue with this chair as with the Omega. If you're somebody who wants to sit with your legs up over time, this is not going to be your favorite chair. But as far as the hips, I'm actually able to fit pretty comfortably. I compared the measurements and couldn't exactly figure it out, but I think it's just because of how tapered it is. I think this chair is just less tapered and it doesn't encroach on my hips as much. That said, take a look at it. I mean, sitting straight or sitting with my legs crossed, I'm pretty end to end. So if you're significantly wider than me and you have bigger hips than me, this might be tough for you. It's not a secret that I prefer a flat seat base for all of those reasons. So something to consider if you're wider than me, if you're definitely going to sit with your legs up, this still might not be the right one for you. Even if you are shorter, you might still want to go with a chair that has a flat seat base that hopefully will also be okay for your height, which I've got other ones that I've compared in this series. For instance, the Autonomous has a flat seat base and does go lower. So those are types of things to think about as you're approaching this chair. I hope that helps. So what makes this chair special is its lumbar support. So if we're going to compare it to the other chairs in this series, some have lumbar support, some don't, some have cushions. If we're going to compare it to the gaming chairs, You'll remember that the Omega has a lumbar cushion and that the Titan has built-in lumbar support. So this has built-in lumbar support, which is my preference, and it's really kind of their interesting revolutionary sales pitch for this chair. So when you look at it, I'm gonna try to give you a little side view here. You can see that it's got this curved piece, very snake-like, in the Razer brand, that fits around your back, and I find it really, really comfortable. It fits on my back really, really comfortably. My height, no issues with it. I really, really like it. But what it does is kind of cool function is that there's this lever underneath the chair, and if you were wondering, if you thought that you couldn't get your lever to work and you have this chair and that's why you're here, you have to pull it much harder than you think. I always think that I'm giving it my all and I'm not. So really, really pull it and give it a go. There you go. And it pops out. I'm not sure if you caught that. It pops out, and the idea is that it's going to sit and kind of hug the curvature of your spine no matter where you're sitting. So I don't know if this is a height issue or a preference issue or what, but this just does not fit me. I do not understand how I'm supposed to fit in this chair with this all the way out. So it's definitely not for me. I don't love it. It's kind of its cool function and cool feature. Honestly, I don't really get it. Maybe it's just not built for someone my body type, and maybe if someone else sat in it, they would be like, what are you talking about? This is so great. Definitely not for me. That said, with it pushed, so to get it back, you hold the lever and push it all the way back in very gracefully. With it pushed all the way back, it fits me very, very comfortably. So as much as I don't like its feature, the lumbar support is otherwise very comfortable, so it's kind of something that I'm really able to ignore and don't have any issues with. But yeah, I don't really love that feature personally. But its lumbar support is so comfortable that it kind of is just one of those things that you can blow by and pretend isn't even there. Yeah, other adjustability, you can change the seat, kind of push it and lean back. It also has the cushion, so if you're someone who likes to lie down more comfortably in your chair, that's an option. It is nice to have the head support because a lot of chairs don't. It's nice that it's got this headrest with this really nice pillow, which you can also pull down and put around your neck, much like other gaming chairs in this series. It has the 40 armrests, move up, down, side to side. Kind of show you a little bit here. One day I'll do this smoothly and you'll all be really impressed. But yeah, the armrests move in 4D. They're great, they're comfortable. They've got a nice kind of squish to them. They fit under my desk well and they're not too wide. So I really like them. The other thing, and again, I don't want to spend this whole time comparing, the fabric is a premium PU faux leather that has, I believe, some kind of resin coating. What's special about that is that it is supposed to be really, really durable and last and not start to peel and fall away. Now, my assumption is that the reason why that's mentioned specifically on the website is because of people worrying about that with the Secret Lab chairs. So when I was going through this series, I did a lot of research on all of the chairs that I was reviewing to see what things people liked and didn't like about the chairs, to get an idea if there's anything that I should mention. And one thing that I saw consistently was people saying that the older Secret Lab chairs did start to peel and fall apart. The fabric was starting to peel for them. So a couple things that I found trying to see if it was a common issue in new chairs is that Secret Lab did actually change their fabric, I believe in 2019, and I don't know if anyone's had problems with that fabric since then. The other thing that I noticed is that Secret Lab has 3 different fabric ranges. So again, go back to that video, you can check it out, but in the lower level faux leather is a little bit cheaper, and then the premium leather or faux leather is a little bit more money, and that's the one that I have. So I have no peeling or any issues with the fabric on my chair, but I have the more premium fabric, and I wonder if that makes a difference. The reason why that matters is that this chair, skipping to price, is about $800, which puts it in the price range of the premium Secret Lab chair. So if you think that the fabric peeling is an issue in the less expensive chair or in the Secret Lab chair, it's going to still be in the same price range to get the more expensive Secret Lab chair as it will be to get the Razer Iskur. So if that's a consideration that you're making, that's just something that I want you to think about. I don't, again, have any personal experience with the peeling and can't find, a ton of info or a ton of complaints that are really, really specific about the new chairs. But if it's something that you're thinking, oh, I've heard that the, lowest level fabric tends to peel, but the highest one doesn't, when it comes to the price range, these are gonna come in at about the same. So just something to think about if fabric is your issue, that's how I would compare them. So I hope that that is useful. Yeah, but the fabric feels really nice. It looks really nice. It doesn't look like that shiny, kind of crappy looking faux leather that you see in a lot of chairs. This is a really sleek, gorgeous looking chair. Like, I really like how it looks. Yeah, that's pretty much what there is to say about this one. Again, the same adjustability. It fits me. So if you're worried about it being, you know, not great for your height and weight, and you're my size, this chair is going to fit you. If you're wider than me, if you have bigger hips than me, if you have bigger thighs than me, you might be uncomfortable in this seat base, and I would still look for something that has a more flat seat base. And that would certainly be my preference. Again, the lumbar support is really comfortable as far as it's like cool lumbar gimmick. It's not really for me, but to each their own. And it's a really nice, gorgeous looking chair. I really like it, and I'm happy to be able to recommend it to you. If there's anything that I missed, please don't hesitate. Leave me a comment. I'll try my best to get back to everyone. I think I should be able to. And click through on in the description box to the article where, you know, I will be doing a fulsome review in type. And as well, when the whole series has launched, there will be a complete article comparing all the chairs at a glance that I review for this series. So hopefully that can help you kind of compare all the different things about all the chairs at a glance a little bit more easily. And if there's anything else that you want to know, any other chairs you want me to check out, again, please leave it in the comments below, and I hope that that can be really useful. And I think this is gonna be a chair that you really like. If you like this review, please give it a like. It helps me out a lot. And if you want, please subscribe, and you can see the rest of my videos in this series. And I will be looking at more and more gaming and office chairs, comparing them all for you, letting you know if it's gonna be a good one for you. Yeah, and that's it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you in the next one. Okay.